everybody, welcome to my unboxing and my impressions of the Razer Raiju V3 Pro, the white edition. So picked this one up about 4 weeks ago with my own money, so Razer did not sponsor the video or anything like that, so I will give you my honest impressions of it. So I do come from mainly using a Xbox style controller, so coming to a PlayStation one has been a little different, but we'll get into that. So as far as unboxing, there's not a lot to this. So you do have this that comes with your USB cable. It is just a regular USB. It is nice, has the caps, very thick, but just not braided. Biggest thing is this one does come with these caps on it to replace your back paddles. So do not throw away this once you get the USB out. This is like in there. So if you just think it's cardboard after you get your USB and toss it, you just threw away a bunch of your back caps if you ever decide you want to use them. So you do have your stickers and then of course the booklet itself for it. So nothing too crazy on that front. So controller itself, went with the white, goes with my aesthetics for my whole desk setup and computers, so I'll set that there. So you do have your one long thumbstick that you do get with it, so not two, just the one. And then you get also a dome shorty. So I use this one usually for the left thumbstick and then the tall one for the right, like a lot of people probably will. You get your 2.4 gigahertz dongle, matches the color of the controller. It does also come in black right now as well too, if you don't want to go with the white one. And then this is the screwdriver they give to you, which is kind of nice. So if you want to take off your back flappy paddles and basically replace them with those caps, they give you the tool, which is kind of nice. You don't have to search around for that. And the controller itself. So, like I said, I come from Xbox playing, so this took me a little time to get used to. So ergonomically, it's great. I wear usually a medium to large gloves, so I would say this one fit very comfortable. Your fingers line up very well. You don't have to worry about reaching or anything like that. It is bigger than an Xbox controller. It definitely feels a little wider than even a PlayStation normal controller, but it is comfortable. One thing I do like is they included this little thing here if you want to play wired. It kind of helps the cord stay in. I had an issue with their older Wolverine controller where like even the cord would get kind of loose and cause it to disconnect, so that was a pain. So I'm glad they did that. You got your bumpers up top, very clicky, claw buttons, which I think are almost a must nowadays, especially for the price of this controller. You got your trigger, very short throw, and you can turn them off. Membrane, like tactile buttons, they are very, like, you won't activate these unless you intentionally hit the button. Like, you can put your finger on them and stuff, but you do need to put some pressure on them, but very nice. TMR sticks, have no idea which type of TMR sticks, but they are very comfortable. You won't have to worry about, getting drift or anything like that. D-pad is very nice as well. Very responsive, no issues with it. And then of course you got your touchpad for the PlayStation, and you can use it on PC also. And then of course your back paddles. So you got the 4 of them. They did actually label what you need to have the controller in to use on all the different modes, PS5, PC, wired, and wireless. On their app, when you're using it and setting it up, if you go wired, you can get to 2000 polling hertz rate, but if you go wireless, it cuts it down to 500. So I would say for the price, they should have just, it should be the 1000 wired and wireless no matter what, and then wired obviously more would be good. So especially for the price of this, because a lot of controllers on the market now, you can get 1000 wireless for less than half the cost of this controller. So I think that was a little bit of a drawback for them. Other than that, everything's great with the controller. I think it's just getting used to it. I play a lot of Helldivers too, so my biggest issue was trying to run and activate the D-pad for your stratagems, if you know what that is in the game. So if you're trying to do that, it's like you got to hold this button, the left bumper, and then try to reach over and do it if you want to keep running. Where on Xbox, I would be up here and I could just, you know, pop over and do it real quick. So I got used to it, but that was one of the only funny parts about trying to get used to this controller is you don't want to stop and be a sitting duck trying to activate the D-pad at the same time. So you really had to kind of find a different way of doing it. So, but otherwise, the controller, I would say if you're a PlayStation person, I would say definitely give this a try. I mean, you even get your plug-in port also for headsets if you still rock that, you know, type of headset. But otherwise, great controller. I would say give it a check, and if you have any questions or concerns or things I didn't address, let me know and I will get to them. You guys have a good one.